How's it going, everyone? Been covering these Black Friday deals in depth for a little while now, and GameFly has just pulled up with an absolutely stacked offer and lineup of games being discounted. Now, GameFly, obviously, their whole deal is that they rent out these games. Once they've gotten value out of renting them out, they tend to clear out stock, and the games come in really good condition, case, manual, all that good stuff. If it comes with a code, the code comes with it unused, so it's really advantageous as far as what GameFly does, and it's quite nice to shop from there, and my experience with them has been A+, as has the majority of your guys's. Now, with this sale as well, you can use the code BLKFR23, 10% off all used games on top of the prices that we're going to cover in this video. So a ton of great deals to be had across the board with this. Right off the top, Final Fantasy 16 priced at $30. So $27 for Final Fantasy 16 is an absolutely insane deal. Again, I think it's one of the best games of the year. Did it have its shortcomings? Sure. I think some of the pacing issues, especially at like the midway point of the game, are definitely there. The side content is kind of mid as well, but overall, I thought the game was fantastic. Soundtrack was great. Boss battles are over the top excellent, and a great deal here for 27 bucks. Atlas Fallen is down to $25, $22.50 with the code. That's an okay deal. I mean, it's one of the more low-key game releases of this year, but it came out back in August, so seeing it at this big of a discount, I think that's notable. It was a $60 release as well. Hitman World of Assassination, $22.50 on that is pretty good as well, given all the content you get with that deal, so that is definitely something to check out there. You know, Hitman, if you're into action style titles, you'll enjoy those games quite a bit, so I would strongly recommend it at that price point. What else we have? AEW Fight Forever is $22.50 with the discount. That game, the issue with that game is, first of all, it's very rough around the edges, bugs, glitches, everything like that, but it's got a just greedy level of DLC content, like just greedy levels of DLC content, and the game at $60 was already a little overpriced, but nevertheless, another relatively recent release, heavily discounted. Wolong Fallen Dynasty, that for $22.50 is pretty good as well. That's a game that has been holding up in price. It's a Tecmo Koei release, so those tend to hold up in price, so $22.50 for that. Not a bad pickup, and yeah, if you like your challenging action Souls-like games, I mean, you'll like Wolong Fallen Dynasty as well. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, $31.50 after you use the code. I really enjoyed Armored Core 6, but as you guys might know, I am a sucker for gigantic robots beating the hell out of each other. That is something that I can always get behind, and I feel like From Software did a tremendous job with Armored Core 6, and as you guys might know, like From Software's other titles, the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne, while I do like those games and I play every single one of them, they aren't necessarily my cup of tea. And I'm not crazy about, like, you know, every From Software game that comes out. Like, obviously, I do enjoy them, but Armored Core 6 was always going to be right up my alley, From Soft game or not. But being a From Soft game, even if it's not like your regular From Soft game, the idea of talented studio like From Software working on a big-budget mecha title, that was always going to be something I enjoy. But let's not get it twisted, like, every mecha game isn't that great. Go look up a game called Phantom Galaxies that just came out and tell me how that's doing. But we need more high-quality robot games, and you know what, if From Software can be at the helm of that, if we can get more consistent Armored Core love, that would be great to see. But this one, pretty good. Like, if you just rush through the main campaign, though, bear in mind that it isn't, like, super lengthy. There's a bunch of guides online as well that are really going to speeden up the experience, because a big part of Armored Core is really mixing and matching different parts, figuring out what works in what scenarios, and if you just go online and, like, look up, like, what build is going to be the best, well, it's going to ease up the experience quite a bit, but overall, still very enjoyable. Solid soundtrack there as well. Definitely go check that out. Remnant 2 is on sale as well. That is down to $22.50. That just got its DLC release, The Taken King, I believe it's called. But yeah, $22.50 for that is quite good as well. A challenging action title, co-op focused as well, so if you have a couple friends that are going to pick it up, that could be a pretty worthwhile title to check out. I have a friend that has sunk an absurd amount of hours into that game, and that's legitimately like one of his favorite games of the year. Quite possibly could be his game of the year. Really not my style of game, but for what it is, I think people are going to enjoy it quite a bit. And Remnant from the Ashes was great, and good on that studio. They're doing a great job. Like, they're dropping games that people are liking, and a new IP is starting to pop off in Remnant, and I think they have something there that they can probably rely on for a while. Payday 3 is $25. That's an IP that unfortunately was done kind of dirty, but you know, what can you do? Street Fighter 6 with the code 2250 on that. I've talked about it before, but I think Street Fighter 6 is legitimately one of the best games of the year. And that says something coming from me because you guys know I'm not crazy about fighting games anymore. Like, I don't get into them super competitively, but from my vantage point, Street Fighter 6, awesome presentation, great aesthetics, the combat is great, and I enjoyed the gameplay, and the single-player campaign is actually really good, and how they handled the online component, I just thought there was so many well-done things about Street Fighter 6 that I was, like, shocked at how much I enjoyed it. And the single-player mode itself got a little bit of a vibe of the RGG titles, which is totally up my alley, but Street Fighter 6 is great. $22.50 for it is a steal, so definitely check that out. Again, I think that's a game that, yes, if you're not a fighting game fan, spending $60 on it, probably, you know, you're pushed away from it. But at this price point, $22.50, I think a lot of people will be pleasantly surprised with how much they enjoy that game. Immortals of Am is $37. With the promo code, it would be $33.30. Too expensive for Immortals of Am. The game did just have a demo release though, so go ahead and try that out. It's more of a trial than a demo, and a major free update. They had also talked about that game potentially coming to PlayStation Plus Extra, so that would be a nice addition for Plus Extra, and that's a game that would desperately need it, given that, you know, that game did not do that well from a commercial standpoint, and I think everybody saw that coming, the $70 price tag, the timing of the release, and the game just, the game I enjoyed from a gameplay standpoint. The story was abysmal, and I had talked about it before. If they just completely eliminated the storytelling in that game, no cutscenes, no voice acting, nothing like that, it was just the gameplay, platforming, and everything like that, and it was released at like $40, I think that game would have done so much better. Like, literally, I think that game would have done so much better if that was the case. But hindsight's always 20/20, so, you know, it is what it is. Mortal Kombat 1 priced at $40, 10% off for $36 on that. I mean, MK1 is going for $40 these days, and this is one of those games that publishers are going to be more willing to put a game like MK1 on discount, because what is the goal of MK1? Yeah, it's to sell you the game, but also that game is going to be monetized for years and years. So, like, they're going to get you, or they're going to try to get you to buy season passes, DLC characters, everything like that. That's a big emphasis with a game like MK1, and that's going to be a big emphasis with Warner Brothers going forward, so buckle up, because that's the reality with games like Suicide Squad and other games that will be coming out. Any other good deals that really stick out to me? I mean, that's about it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre just came out, and that's priced at $18. Like, that seems pretty good. Lord of the Rings Gollum is $8! $8 for a game that came out back in May, which is kind of wild to think about, but, you know, that's what happens when it's one of the worst games of the year. Some good stuff on Series X as well. Dead Space Remake for $20, that is a spicy deal, even if that did just get added to EA Play. But nonetheless, that is going to do it for me. Again, GameFly is a super underrated spot to do your game shopping. Final Fantasy 16 for $27. Oh, hell yeah, sign me up. I believe Diablo 4 is also heavily discounted. I may have missed that, but that should be on sale, and yeah, you could probably get a good deal on that as well. Looks like it's out of stock right now, but stuff goes in and out of stock at GameFly all the time, so have a look at it. I know not all of you are really looking to get Diablo 4, but nonetheless, some great deals across the board. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.